Hi there, welcome once again to my channel today. I'm your host, Apostle Chris Joshua. Brethren, this is a very controversial subject as it pertains to sexuality and anything that has to do with sex. It's very, very controversial. Every word I will be speaking today on this subject, it's based on my own opinion and experience and what I think it is at its best application. What is masturbation? Masturbation is a form of sexual exercise that a man or a woman indulges in to satisfy his or her sexual desire or pleasure. We humans, we are wired in the flesh to have the desires for sexual pleasures. And this is the very reason why the institution of marriage was made, to help man and woman live in that circle, satisfying one another in every area that is required for the success of the marriage. You can never rule out sex in marriage. So, on the subject of masturbation, you will find out that even married couples still indulge in satisfying themselves. Where a process where a man touches himself to release the tension or the pleasure of that sexual core. A woman who is in marriage, you will find out that some women in marriage still indulge in masturbation. Men in marriage still indulge in it. Those who are single are much more into this act. There is a lot of controversy out there, a lot of topic and subject on the matter, if it's good or bad. This is the reason why I put up this video today, to educate people out there who find themselves doing this. The topic, the subject, why you clicked on it, on this, is not a clickbait. It's actually what it is, and that is why I justify masturbation for Christians and every persons that may be indulging in it in one way or the other. I will not be here to speak as a man holier than the other, because I have indulged in it. I have been doing it in the past. And my victory over it today is because I'm fully married, and I have brought myself to super control over it. This is for those who indulge in it, who may have no control in it, over it. You see, if you're a man or woman out there and you find yourself masturbating occasionally. I'm not talking of those. This is not for those who indulge in it like food, who indulge in it every day, who add pornography to it. No. If you are into that, if you are obsessed with masturbation, if you are dead deep into it, then I would say this video is not, my justification is not based on that. If you are into such, if you're obsessed with masturbation, if you are deep into it, then you may need prayers to overcome it as a Christian, as a child of God. You can call me on my phone, which I will leave at the end of this video, how to reach me, how to contact me. You can call me and I'll pray with you, and I believe by faith you'll be able to overcome it. So here's my justification for it. First, I will speak on behalf of those who are in marriage, who are married. If you're a married man and your wife is not readily available, let's say maybe your wife traveled, or you yourself you traveled, and in a space of 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month plus, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 7 months, a year. There are people who travel outside of their environment, maybe for job purpose, and they're away from their couple, from their partner, away from their spouse for that length of period. Indulging in masturbation, if you find yourself in such situation, I can say it's justifiable. This is the reason why I say it is. Doing it because you are away from your spouse has some benefits. One, let's face the fact, you are human. You have flesh. Your flesh cries. If you stay that long away from sex, since you already are known to sex, if you stay away from it for a while, sometimes you will definitely feel that urge to satisfy yourself sexually, and where your spouse is not there, indulging in masturbation, locking yourself up in your room or in the bathroom to fulfill that touch, and then free your flesh from that lust. I always say it's going to go a long way to help you from committing the actual sin, which is fornication or adultery. Sincerely, there are a lot of people who say masturbation is not good, blah, 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 blah. And these people are indulging in sexual immorality. You will see a married couple, in a scenario which I've painted, for instance, they are not around their couple, they are not around their spouse for a period of time. You will see these people being tempted, tried by their flesh, and then the best thing you'll find them doing is to visit a prostitute home to satisfy their lust. You will see them, engaging in concubines, looking for girlfriends out there to fulfill their lust. This is wrong. This will cause you to sin. Sex is not ordinary, it's a covenant. When you indulge in fornication, in adultery, it's a covenant between you and whoever you indulge it with. whether it's a prostitute, whether it's a girl out there, whether it's the most beautiful girl in your environment, in the world, whoever you commit it with outside of marriage, it's a covenant and it's a sin. That is why the scripture says in the 10 Commandments, you will find thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not commit fornication. It's a strong warning to avoid it. Hence, it is blessed. It is blessed in marriage to indulge in it. But outside of marriage, brethren, it is pure sin. This is why, if you find yourself in a situation where you are tempted or tried in the flesh, if you indulge in masturbation, it will save you from getting into spiritual covenant with an unknown person, a man or a woman you do not know. Or even if you know the person, as far as you are not in marriage, you have not been covenanted in marriage as one flesh. If you do that outside of marriage, it's sin, and you don't even know the person you are indulging with. It could be someone who is possessed. You know, you say you just want to do it once and you indulge in it, and the spirit walking behind that person you do not know begin to walk against you. But when you go into your closet and masturbate yourself, I'm not promoting masturbation, please, but I'm saying it, I'm only justifying this for those who find themselves in a situation like this. If you go into a closet and pleasure yourself for that few minutes, you will see that desire, you immediately kill that lust, and you will find it difficult. If you are disciplined, you will find it difficult after such act, after killing that lust, you will find it difficult to indulge in adultery or fornication with a woman or a man you do not know or know outside marriage. This opinion of mine is something that has helped me a lot. Even when I wasn't in marriage, when I wasn't married, while I was in school then, I was very careful of how I lived my life based on the commandments of adultery and fornication. I had lots of girls who wanted to lay me then while I was in school. The only thing that kept me from the lust of the flesh, from indulging in these sexual desires. Yes, my flesh sometimes used to speak to me to commit such sin, do it once and ask for mercy. But my brothers and sisters, God cannot be mocked. His commandments cannot be toyed with. You can indulge in that one sexual act outside marriage and you may contract disease, you may impregnate someone, or you may indulge in covenant with the wrong spirit, with people who are possessed. Back then when I was in school, I would find myself at least twice in a week indulging in masturbation, and it helped me to overcome practicing it physically with a woman out there or with the girls around me in school then. I've had people, married people who try to tempt me and indulging in this one act that the whole world has that most majority of people in the world has condemned. Even pastors, my so-called pastors and prophets have condemned this, but without finding a solution to issues like this. You will find that these pastors and so-called prophets out there are indulging in fornication and adultery while they condemn masturbation. My brother and sister out there listening to me, if you can keep to yourself, if you can subject your flesh for as long as you can before marriage, I give you all the kudos and I say bless you. But if you cannot keep to your flesh, to the desires of the flesh sexually, and you find yourself masturbating, do not condemn, do not feel condemned, do not feel bad about it. See it as something you are into, helping you stay on course above doing it with in the realm that will bring you into the sin of fornication or adultery, or covenanting with people you do not know, with spirits you can't tell. If you find yourself doing it, then I say do not feel bad about it. If you're in this category that I'm talking about. But if you're in the category where you're obsessed, that you must put up a pornographic movie and then you begin to imagine yourself fornicating in your mind while you are masturbating, thinking of one woman out there, thinking of your neighbor, thinking of a married woman, thinking of that girl out there, my brother and sister, I believe that alone calls for deliverance. Like I said, you can connect with me and I will join my faith with you to pray over such situation. Wherever you do, when it gets into obsession, into addiction, it becomes sin. But if you do something, even food, if you eat food with obsession, with addiction, it's sin. If you drink to obsession with addiction, it's a sin. So I believe all I've talked about masturbation and my justification is enough for you to figure it out by yourself. Some ministers and brothers and sisters out there who may be listening to this broadcast may want to feel a little bit edgy about it. Like I said, it's my own opinion. There is a gold mine in what I've just revealed in my opinion to this subject. Like I always say, a word is enough for the wise. I want to say thank you for listening to me. If this has impacted you in any way, if you've learned something golden in this subject, leave out your comment. If you think I've said anything wrong as well, you can leave out a comment as well. To reach me on my phone, you can visit my website. You will find my contact details there, and I will pray in faith with you on any subject. You can visit www.spiritualcleansing.com.ng. Again, www.spiritualcleansing.com.ng. Till I come your way again with another brand new subject on things of the spirit and life and destiny. I enjoy you to subscribe to this channel. It's brand new and I look forward to growing it to hundreds of thousands, to millions, so it can reach people across the globe. People who are struggling in one way or the other, spiritually or physically. Please subscribe to my channel. Let's grow it together and let's educate the world together. God bless you for listening. Shalom and all the best. Bye for now.